Hello and welcome to a special episode of Republic Digital. Today we are going to take you through the EMBA program offered by IIT Bombay and Washington University.
Being a senior executive when I was evaluating many programs, but I was ready and consistent in my preparations. So when I have learned about the criteria and process, I was meeting the eligibility criteria. It was that I have to fill up the application, and application filling itself was so much exploratory about myself, that why I'm applying the program. I've learned while writing those essays that why am I applying and why this would be helpful. So it was a journey of the application itself, gives you a lot of light on yourself, and it gives you a lot of knowledge about yourself, that why you want to do it. And then you explain it, and then your first round of interview happens with IIT Bombay professors. It's a panel of the professors. It's a committee which takes your interview, and then once that is done and you're through, another set of interview happens with a similar setup at Washington University. So and once you've gone through the application process, which is very insightful journey as a form filling itself, or the application process itself, then you go through two round of interviews, and then once everything is good, once your application and essays are reviewed and find suitable, that why you want to do the program, and then these two round of professors committees from the two different institutions, then you get the final answer from them within few days, and then you get an answer of yes or no, and that's a top of the world answer. It was a turning point because I knew that it is going to be my turning point. I was mindful about all my efforts towards upskilling myself, but I knew that if I don't do it, I won't now grow from here, because I've achieved what I had to achieve with this existing set of knowledge, experience, and the pedigree I had. And I knew that this would be a turning point, and it turned out to be the best turning point of my life. Wonderful. And I was fortunate enough to be selected in the program. I've gone through the journey. I transformed myself, and I got an opportunity to give back to the school.
Mm-hmm. So we are talking to the student, or we are talking to the CEO? Which was the better life for you? As a student of IIT Bombay, executive MBA student, or the CEO of this very whole initiative? I
think I feel proud in both. Being an alum or a student is an extremely proud moment for myself and the family. And at the same time, when you are leading these two large institutions, joint venture gives me a lot of responsibility and accountability to be responsible towards my future students, existing students, and alumni, and trying to build this community more bigger and more successful, wherein we support each other, whether we are in India or abroad or in a global level. So my endeavor is to provide extremely psychologically safe environment for all of these groups, existing students and the alumni, to exchange thoughts with each other, they talk serious businesses with each other, and take support from each other, and also the professors and from both the institutions.
Right. Could you just shed some more light or elaborate more in the selection process or for the enrollment process in this very institution?
So we open joint executive MBA program admissions every year in mid of February, and we continue to recruit in every cycle. Like you have round 1, round 2, round 3, round 4, and round 5 depends on the application size in total which we receive in numbers, and we continue to have at least 4 to 5 rounds in a year, and we close the admissions in the end of November or first week of December, and we launch the batch in January every year.
Right. So it's a yearly program.
So we recruit around the year because we have to select the finest executives to the program. Hence, it takes a whole year for us to recruit the best people who should come to the program.
I would say, given the students that we have, it's not that much of a challenge. It's actually much more of a joy. We have a fantastic curriculum that lasts 20 courses over 18 months. So you start in January, you end in June of the following year. The first part of the curriculum lays the basis, so you learn some basic business skills at a higher level, obviously, given the seniority of some of the folks in the program. But some of the highlights that I would like to mention are that we are adding currently an entrepreneurship course that has not been part of the curriculum before, and that's in part in response to the demand by the students who are very actively engaged in entrepreneurship. A lot of them have started their businesses or are looking to grow them. So the program has already spawned a number of successful businesses in partnership here with IITB, and we are happy to support that. One of the reasons why we added that course is to bring students also to St. Louis and connect them there with the ecosystem of entrepreneurs we have there. So the idea is to give them a network here in Mumbai, but also in the United States. And that's one of the highlights. The other one is that students will be going towards the end of their program to Washington, D.C. We have a partnership with the Brookings Institution, which is one of the preeminent think tanks in the United States. And there they will be exposed to some high-level government thinkers who come in and provide a perspective of how government and business intersects in the United States, and also with perspective towards India. So at the end of their journey, they come to St. Louis, where we celebrate their accomplishments. They will pitch their ideas and hopefully get funding for their businesses. So it has a focus on entrepreneurship, and during that process, the students tend to grow quite dramatically in their personal transformations, but also in their ability to build a business from scratch.
What kind of specialized courses that we are going to provide, and how long it will last for?
Yeah, so the program lasts 18 months. We have 20 courses. The majority of them are taught here at IITB. They are taught by faculty experts from IITB as well as from Washington University. Typically, it's one course a month. It's 4 days long, so students would arrive on a Thursday morning and classes run until Sunday. It's very intense, and students have time during that month to prepare for that. There are a sequence of courses on leadership. Oftentimes, students are looking for self-transformation, so we're assisting in that transformation. We're laying the business foundation in the first part of the curriculum. In the latter part, we are adding some of the specialization.
Definitely. How are we, focusing in that very sector when we talk about producing more business leaders in the world?
Yes, leadership is a central focus of this program. It is our joint desire to use the education to produce leaders. How do we do that? Well, as Professor Baer said, these courses relate more to soft skills than necessarily to technical skills. Things like leadership, negotiation, power within organizations, informal and formal. It also teaches collaboration. Students work intensely in groups on projects, assignments. So the reality of working and leading in an organization is working in teams with each other on applied questions. Critical thinking is another important aspect, not something that you can learn in a textbook, but you learn through the execution and collaboration on the assignments and working together in each of these courses here on campus together. It's an important aspect of the program that then propels students into leadership positions given their high potential coming into the program.
How would we be more engaged with the students? What kind of exposures that we are going to give to the students who would be in fact enrolling this very course?
So as Professor Michael said, we have participants with more than 15 years of experience across different industries, different sectors. And the cohort actually brings together many more years of experience. So the participants not only learn in the classroom from the instructor, but also learn from each other, from their own experiences. So you won't find a place where you have so many years of experience across industries at one place. And also, the exchange of ideas and, other things among participants. And and the participants are also engaged by using different pedagogies like the case method, the simulation games, the role plays and things like that to simulate the real world business situation in the classroom. People are aware about the traditional MBA program which attracts the fresh graduates, but the exit MBA programs are aimed at the middle level executives who will continue to work for the organizations and at the same time acquire new skills without losing out on their experience while working for their organizations. So these programs offer the flexibility of attending the program for 4 days in a month while continue to work for their organizations, and they'll prepare them for leadership roles within their organizations, or they'll prepare them for opportunities outside their organizations. And we also expect some new ventures. We want these participants to create jobs for people by coming with ideas for new ventures.
India is known for producing more and more youngsters, entrepreneurs, industrialists, in fact, CEOs. We have seen a lot of CEOs from India. How much potential do you see?
Yeah, and I'm here in India for the first time, visiting for the launch of Batch 9 for our joint program, and I've been so excited since I've been here. The economic potential, it's just so vibrant in this country, and executive leadership is such a key part of realizing that growth and that growth potential. And so a program like this that focuses on developing leaders, that's a tremendous benefit and a help to propelling that kind of economic growth and activity.
Definitely.
To add to what he said, you have many Indians leading companies in the US. So we don't see any reason why we can't train people to become leaders of multinational corporations in India.
So we are aiming more and more such kind of individuals in coming days?
This is the kind of a program you would take if you wanted to become a CEO.
Wonderful. How difficult or challenging it is for you to provide knowledge to someone who is already equipped with his work experiences?
That's a good question. I would answer by saying that experience does not always equal expertise, right? And one of the things we offer in most courses is that we offer a framework to think about the world. So it typically raises questions, or for many leaders, it helps them understand what they did well. But oftentimes it also helps them understand what they did poorly in the past, perhaps, and why that happened. So we equip them with skills to think about the world in different ways.
And I'd have to say, just to build on that as the dean, right, my faculty fight to be the ones that get to teach these students. Wow. They love teaching the students who have this background and experience because they appreciate the conceptual ideas behind the businesses, and then they can continue to grow their careers and to grow their expertise. I think having that background is really valuable.
It's actually relatively easier because they try and relate what happens in the classroom to what happens in the organizations. And we never found them lacking in commitment and motivation despite their busy schedules. So they as Professor Marcus said, they might have had the experience, but we believe that informed decision making is better than uninformed decision making. So they will perhaps make less mistakes going forward.
And I may add here that among all the programs, executive programs that we offer, teaching in India is a privilege and a joy, partly because the students are very hungry. It is by far, I think, the most vibrant class experience in the sense that students challenge also faculty and each other. So they learn from one another, but they're ready to debate, and they come typically ready and prepared to class, which makes my job much easier, right? So it's not always the challenge that you may think it is. It might be a benefit.
How do you think that this will increase more and more startups, more and more business in India?
So we need effective leadership at the highest levels in organizations. So this program will train people to become effective leaders in their own organizations. So it will contribute to executive leadership in that sense. And we also are aiming to bring more and more entrepreneurs out of this program. So we are encouraging ideas for new startups. So we have included a new course on business startup consulting, where people can identify some need gaps in their own industries or in other industries, and based on which they can come up with idea for a new venture. And we in IIT Bombay have the required entrepreneurial ecosystem to encourage them and to help them build their startups. So we have the most successful business incubator in the country, which is called the Science Society for Innovation and Entrepreneurship. And many startup companies have graduated from that incubator, including a couple of unicorns. So we offer the best entrepreneurial ecosystem to the participants of this EMBA program, in addition to other students on campus.
What lies in the programs for entrepreneurs and for the people who are aspiring to become the entrepreneurs?
So as I said, these people actually have seen the industries for 15 long years. So they have awareness of the wider economic and business environment, in addition to knowledge of their industries. So they are, they will basically sharpen their skills while going through the program in terms of scanning the wider business environment to identify opportunities for new businesses. So these are the skills that they will pick up, and based on which they will come up with ideas for new ventures.
How do you see that Indian youths, Indian students who will enroll this program will contribute the world?
I think it's really why we are here, is because at WashU we believe that India is so important to the future, and establishing our brand, getting people to more recognize our USP, and feeling that we have an opportunity for participating in this growth. I think that's what we're very excited about, and so it's a natural partnership for us here in India because of the potential and the execution of what's going on in this country.
Professor, your take?
I would echo that. I think it is a country that has enormous potential, and partly why we're here is to help India and its leaders, future leaders, to realize that potential. There's already a number of students who are coming to the United States to study. And one way for us to remain relevant and bring also talented people to the United States is to be here and work with IITB.
How do you think that India and the people, the students from IIT Bombay could contribute to the world, specifically when we look from the point of view of India?
So as I said, Indians have already gone on to occupy top positions of global corporations in the US and other countries. So if they can achieve it in other countries, I don't see any reason why they can't achieve the same in this country, because earlier the people have had complaints about the economic environment here, but things have changed over the years, and they have the same kind of opportunities for growth here in this country as they would find in any other country.
The outcome that I'm expecting is, having served the industry for 30 years, a lot of activity that I've seen in terms of my breadth of experience. A couple of things I wanted to share is my own experience, and also learn from the cohort in terms of what they have gone through, because this is a very wide, broad classroom. And I wanted to take it back to my workplace and see how I can start implementing, things that I've picked up from the sessions. Oh yeah, that's an amazing part. Honestly, I have not done a formal college education all my life, and I'm eagerly looking forward to it. In fact, my son was taunting me, saying, "Dad, you're going to go to school for the first time in your life." and I'm really excited. I'm really looking forward to it.
So I've been thinking about enrolling for an executive MBA for a really long time, and what's interesting is one of the NCR students, my peers, is who actually told me that we've been discussing for some time, and the kind of program that I was looking at, which is a little more immersive, a little more, taking us to the old school ways of studying. And someone who's done it from NCR actually told me, Shraddha, you should explore this program. And that's how I really heard about it. I started, looking at the details. So expectations, right? Like they mentioned in the orientation, it was very beautifully summarized by the, I don't remember the name of the individual, but the chairman for the event. He said very beautifully a few things which really are outlier and that we're looking for. So in terms of the expectations from the program, the transformation that gets you to the next level, right? Giving you that network of individuals who bring that perspective. Again, the collective identity aspect that was spoken about will really bring you that diversity in the whole thought process. I'm looking for one, a personal transformation, and second, really leveraging the collective identities, right? At an experience of 15-20 years, you've already gone through a lot of what you would probably be taught. But the breadth of it, I don't think we get to experience in our roles today.
So, I am here to learn. I think the entire course structure, the way it's been designed, the topics that are being covered, they're all necessary, I think, to propel me to the next level in my career. And I'm very excited about getting to learn from the professors who are going to come from Olin Business School, the professors of IIT Bombay. I think it's going to add to my overall personality, not just as an individual, but also as a professional, and I think it is going to enhance my value systems and my beliefs, and help me create a better world around me at home and at my workspace.
And your experience on back to school, it's the last thing.
Back to school. So I think I graduated out of my master's back in 2004, so it's been exactly 20 years. And my kids are 3.5, they are going to school, and I'm also coming back to school. So I think it's just going to be amazing sitting next to them, and while they study, I study along with them. So yeah, very excited about that.
I wanted to see how, once you remove the ranking structure and hierarchy from the equation, you manage the business world, and that's what brought me to the EMBA at IIT Bombay and Washington University. Two of the most premier institutes the world has to offer. And it has been my dream to be associated with the IITs, and with this EMBA, I believe I'm in the right space with the right people. The faculty here is absolutely stunning. People with 3 to 4 decades of experience and some of the best teachers in the field in the world. I also look forward to learning from the 700 years of collective experience from my batch. This program and what I expect from it is to break the monotony, the stagnation which comes when you work in one single organization for close to 2 decades, where your thinking capability, your mindset becomes encumbered by what you have been seeing for so long. Here I want to expand my mind, my horizon, and approach the world with a fresh perspective. I hope to contribute to the best of my ability to this dynamic group, and I also imagine that it will help me transition into a brighter future for the world at large. I hope to contribute to my society, my country, and the world at large after I complete this grueling, but I'm sure rewarding experience.
And while I got stuck in the mid-management career, I was looking for a program which prepared me for climbing the ladder a bit fast, and that's how I land up into this intense and powerful course which prepares you for the C-level positions. And when it comes to how did I narrow down to this program, there are a lot of MBA forums, which reckons that this is one of the topmost scores when you want to go for executive MBAs, because it's not only giving you the academic excellence, but it is power packed with thousands of years of experience of like-minded people from cross industry. So the real wealth lies there. And if you look at the culture of this program, on the very first day they are talking about the psychological safety, which is failing faster. So the culture is telling you it's only two things in your life, that is success or learn. There is nothing like a failure. And that's what I would say that sum up the kind of what this executive program is all about. So it doesn't matter whether you're looking for a path to a C-level executives or whether you want to start your own business. I think this is the program to go for.
Well, in 2008, I was in St. Louis and I was waiting for my visa. I wanted to do MBA from Washington University. I gave my GMAT, but in the meanwhile, I got my visa and I did not go for my MBA. Since then, I think it has been in the back of my mind somewhere that, you know, I want to be associated with Washington University. And last year, I had a little free time because of the recession going on in Europe, and I wanted to make the best use of this time. So I thought, why not, do some course, enhance my skills. And then I stumbled upon this IIT prestigious organization in collaboration with St. Louis. It was like a dream come true for me. Not something which is online or distant, because I wanted to be a part of the classroom. It gives you the feel, the seriousness. So it is very exciting. Of course, it comes with challenges that together with being a working person, being a mother, so it comes with challenges, but then I think it would be a very enriching break from work every month to come here and be a part of this curriculum.
This was a special presentation of Republic Digital. For more videos like this, log on to www.republicworld.com.